So yeah, kind of. I'm sorry.
Surprise.
Surprise. We weren't planning this. I don't.
Going full dokes.
It's an Easter egg.
Surprise,
inside the cast.
lipper.
Yeah. It's like a Easter egg within the cast, except
I hate
nobody
Easter.
really expected it.
I hate Easter. Don't bring that up. It's a touchy subject.
Why? Why would you hate Easter?
You don't like Easter? It's like free candy.
Guys.
It's like a second.
It's supposed to be about Jesus, all right? And we turned it into bunnies and chocolate. And I'm a very religious person, so it offends me.
Well, no, I'm all about the Skittles jelly beans. I don't know about you guys.
The what?
The Skittles jelly beans. You've never had those?
I've had Skittles and I've had jelly beans, but I've not had Skittles jelly beans.
Yeah.
They're an enlightening experience. I suggest it.
Alright, well, let me just flip this around real quick. Alright, so welcome back to the Ascended StarCraft League, guys. I'm Rifkin, joined today by Penguin and another caster, Aldaris, as we turn this into a very estranged TriCast for you all. Penguin, kick her off.
In the top right spawn location, we have our red Zerg player, Alloy Esports, Apophis.
And his opponents... You know what, here, Aldaris, you field this one.
Alright, and in the left side here on Habitation, it is Behemoth. I think it's up 1-0, right?
Correct, with some very intense Void Rays. Void Rays, Void Rays.
See, you know, Apophis just didn't respect it, and just, you know, well, it goes as well as it usually goes for someone who doesn't respect Void Rays.
You remember how I was like, if this goes badly, I'm just gonna tell you, shut the You can't drop a respect a Void Ray joke. Okay, first off, objectively,
I drop corny, terrible jokes daily.
But you can't.
Even when I'm not casting.
But it's like it's not even 2 minutes in the game yet. We're about to hit the 2-minute timer. You gotta brace yourself, man. There's comedic timing involved with these things.
I like surprising people. See, like, if you do it at a certain time, they're expecting it. That's the thing. It's not as effective.
If you say
it's a whole new meta.
Thank you for explaining to me. I'll try to adopt these notes into my.
Please don't take my notes. You're doing fine.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I guess. Have you been watching a lot of the games so far? Or did you just hop on, or I don't know the context of what you've been.
Oh no, I've had one in the background. I've been playing tower defense with my girlfriend.
Okay, well let's. Oh, I got a girlfriend. So cool. All right,
sorry.
let's hear your predictions then, Mr. Aldaris, for just joining us. What do you think Apophis is gonna do this game? Just you don't even have to be right. Just rough shot in the dark if you gotta.
I know he's gone roaches a couple of times tonight. I think he's gonna try and transition into mutas once again. It seems to be like his comfortable build, I think. And he did the same, very similar tactics in the round of 32 as well. Behemoth is a little bit more unpredictable in my opinion. Today he's been liking Void Rays against the roaches, which makes sense because, you know, Void Rays eat roaches daily for every single meal.
I don't know if they eat them so much as cook them.
Well, no, they cook them so fast that they just eat them.
But
I don't know, I just went with
just because you cook something faster doesn't mean you eat it faster.
Like,
if I cook something
so
really slow, it doesn't mean I'm gonna spend an
time.
hour eating it. That doesn't work like that.
I don't know, I went with it.
Aldaris, you're making all sorts of weird metagame.
I disagree, Rifkin. I eat my ramen very, very fast, but if I spend time cooking something else, I eat it very slowly.
Yeah, that is a good point.
You just
Generally, because if I cook anything more complicated than ramen, I burn it and make it terrible, so I can't force myself to eat it very fast, but...
Okay. Well, stupid things aside, one thing I do want to point out is we got a gold base on the way here for Apophis, and he's doing this really quick again. Now, this isn't the 3 hatch before gas, before pool, or anything quite so greedy in that regard, but by getting this out quicker, this will certainly allow him to start throwing units away against a Protoss player, because a lot of the times early on, you're either trading evenly in a best case scenario, or you're still coming out a little bit behind for early scrap fights, and if you're able to throw away 90 Zerglings versus 40 Zerglings, that's all thanks to the gold base.
We've got a 4 gateway follow-up from Behemoth once again coming on up. Apophis gonna be hard pressed to defend this 3rd base of the gold. The Mothership Core is already poking away at that. That'll get rid of a good quarter or so of its health, I think, before the Zealots actually come into play here. And then 4 Zealots at a time coming on in without roaches here to defend this. This could be a little bit tough. As speed is not gonna be ready anywhere near in time.
Yeah, not for a long, long while.
Oh, hey Penguin, fun fact here, I was just zooming on the mothership core to see if it had like an actual gun underneath it or something. Did you know stalkers have tiny little dinosaur hands?
What?
What?
Like, I'm not kidding, I hope he makes a stalker this game so you can zoom in and look, but he's got like, stalkers have tiny little T-Rex arms. I learned about this just yesterday when I was casting with Zombie Grub. It's awesome. I have so much more like love for this stalker unit now. So please, Behemoth, do not end this game too soon. Make some stalkers. Don't rely on zealots and void rays.
I just can't picture the arms.
You will, like, as soon as you see it, you'll be like, oh, like it's one of those moments.
It's
but
kind of like the Colossus mustache.
kind of, yeah. Anyways, this third
Colossus
base.
mustache?
Dude, Aldaris, are you seriously casting with us right now? You don't know about the Colossus mustache?
No, I didn't know there was a mustache on a Colossus.
This is like a
That's so
thing.
cool.
This is a thing, my friend.
I wasn't aware. I don't play Protoss normally.
Oh, I like that recall out real quick. So he gets out alive with a lot of the zealots. He knocks down the gold base though. That was the critical part about that. I mean, if you had allowed Apophis to get away with this would have been a huge economy boost. And a Zerg player with a lot of economy can snowball out of control really quickly, thanks to the way Larva / Injects work. But tried and true, you know what? In all honesty. Oh.
Wait, where?
Where's the dinosaur? Oh my
Okay,
god,
yeah,
it's
zoom in.
dinosaur hands.
Yeah, hang on, you gotta twist the camera a little bit. But yeah, he's got little T-Rex arms there.
What in the world? How have I never noticed this?
Well, anyways, the thing here I want to talk about legitimately for a moment, guys, is when you're in the lower leagues of StarCraft 2, whether it's Diamond, Bronze, Platinum, one thing a lot of pros will tell you when they try and coach you, and a lot of things that players will pick up on their own, is like, you gotta find one build, refine it, and if it works, stick with it, and get used to playing the game better through that one build. So, I'm not too shocked that Apophis is constantly going for these double Void Ray builds against Zerg players. He's probably had a lot of success with them in the past, and quite frankly, it might just be his comfort zone.
Apophis, though, he's responding by going for a much earlier Hydra than this time around, and it's definitely going to be something they didn't have to utilize this early on in the last game. So he's going to be able to get those Hydras out earlier and hopefully be able to defend a little better than he was able to last time around.
Well, Behemoth is actually a diamond on the EU server. He's just, you know, playing, I guess here, he's gold here. I don't know if that's, yeah, it's probably not too relevant. Never mind.
Thank you for bringing it up. I'm really glad you brought that information to the table.
Well, no, I'm just... Okay,
that was
no,
a truly
I had
important
a point.
point.
It sounded good, and then I just kind of forgot it when I said it. And my point was that he's
well,
not
you know,
entirely lower league, but...
Well, hang on, let's not forget. Just like diamonds, pylons look very similar to them, and they're surrounded by gold. So perhaps it's the best of both worlds for Behemoth?
Okay, that was pretty good. I'll give you that one.
See, that's how you tie it together, even if it makes no sense. What I said literally just made no sense.
How did you do that?
Because I think with my brain before I speak.
Aldaris!
Aldaris!
I thought with my brain, and then my brain just was like, you know what, I'm gonna forget this. And then he's gonna make him look stupid, and we're all gonna have a good laugh.
Okay, so this is really key too. Behemoth would have otherwise engaged that Spore Crawler, no problem, with a couple of prismatic alignments, guys, but he saw the Hydra stand, and he saw a couple of the Hydras that were sitting right there. And unfortunately, while they can tear through Spore Crawlers like nothing at all, the Hydras are a huge threat combined with those Queens.
Especially with the new buff.
Yeah, that faster attack speed is quite nice. Hey, quick! Aldaris, what was the attack speed beforehand?
It was 0.83.
Oh, darn it. So, okay, this guy knows his stuff. I can't...
It was 0.83, it is now 0.75.
The guy knows what he's talking about. I'll give him that much. I'll give him that much. We're just toying around with him a little bit.
It was 0.83 in Brood War as well.
Okay, no, shut. See, you were doing good. You were doing good, and why would you bring up Brood War? What is the relevance?
I don't know.
Well, the StarCraft patch in 2014 of February was really relevant because Brood War had the same attack speed. Like, you're killing me, dude.
You asked for knowledge, I gave knowledge.
We're trying to.
Alright, so third base is already up for Behemoth now. Apophis is down in supply, which is never really where you want to be at as a Zerg player against a Protoss player. +1 air attack's going to be finishing on up now for our Protoss player. Meanwhile, we don't really have any upgrades other than just the speed upgrades so far for the Zerg. So Apophis falling a little behind on the upgrades. He's gotten himself a very healthy drone count, but he's a bit oversaturated. Could do with a 4th base relatively soon. Void Ray is just continuing to be pumped on out. 5 out at the moment, 2 more about to complete, and just lots and lots of zealots on the ground as well.
Yeah, it's really interesting he's actually investing in the weapon upgrades for the ground units this time. Every time he's done this so far, it's been purely air and really no ground support. But, you know, level 2 weapons on zealots combined with charge they're actually going to do a great job at showing with this, at the Hydralisk. He's going to be picked. Like, you're forced. Do you shoot the Hydralisk, or sorry, do you shoot the Zealots, which are in your face, destroying you, or do you shoot the Void Rays, which are far away, destroying you? You can't do both at the same time, unfortunately. So, Apophis is going to need just a massive amount of units, is what it boils down to.
Yeah, he really is. And at the moment, 2 Hydras is not really the number of units he needs.
I would actually like to see Behemoth get up to Storm, and I'd like to see how well his Storm control is, in all honesty. I haven't seen that yet, actually, in this entire tournament so far.
Yeah, well, we'll see that in a moment. Yeah,
now,
it just finished, like, seconds ago,
yeah.
so...
There we go,
there we
Storm.
go.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Because he has...
we may not get to see it. Void Ray's moving across.
If he loses all these early on, this could really hurt him in the end. But again, going for the gold base, a decisive surgical strike. If he doesn't overinvest into this and he just goes for the hatchery and gets out, this could be really effective. But
I don't think there's enough anti-air, to be completely honest here. I mean, there's 14 Hydralisks, but they're not all together. They're coming in piecemeal here. One of them's already down, and he does get out, picks up a Hydra and the hatchery for free. Nice little play there from Behemoth. And he's starting to get Templar. He has 1 already on the map. 3 Vipers coming in.
This is actually not a bad thing. Yeah.
Not a bad play at all. If he has good abduct control and doesn't keep his Hydras too close, then he's going to be able to pick off some Void Rays for free, which is going to be very nice leading into the fight.
He is going to be careful, though, because while there are Templar for Storms, they're also going to be available for feedbacks. And, I mean, a lot of people get confused and they think, like, okay, Viper is only really good for abducting Colossus, but you can literally abduct anything in this game. It can be technically effective. It's a free kill. So, Void Rays are no exception to that either. Now, Penguin, I'm going to share an embarrassing story with you.
Oh, good.
Do you know what I thought Hydralisks were called back in Brood War?
Oh, no.
I thought... Okay, so first off, straight up, I did have, like, a small reading disorder when I was little. I was like... it wasn't, like, dyslexia, but, like... I can't remember what it was called at this point because I've, like, grown out of it, but I used to call them Hytriloquists. Because that's what I would read.
What?
So, in StarCraft 2, like, that's the only thing I ever had problems with. And to this day, like, even though I know they're Hydralisks, I still read it in my brain as Hytriloquists. Like ventriloquist mixed with Hydralisk, I don't know, but, like, that was just something for, like, 3 years playing Brood War I would always say, and it took someone to, like, physically correct me on, like, TeamSpeak and call me an idiot before I realized I was saying it wrong.
Oh, Rifkin.
Wow. That's a new one.
Oh man, that is such a powerhouse army though. Like legitimately, this is quite scary for Apophis. If he fights on a ramp too, he's asking to get stormed. There's some good sentries here. Can lock this in. Why is he not time warping?
Oh, he was the.
Oh, he's gonna give away the Templar for free. Okay, gets a decent storm, but softens up the Hydralisk at best. Doesn't get any good kills here. If he had force fielded those in, could have definitely locked down some kills, but he lost a couple of sentries on the retreat, and this is what the control palms I was discussing. But ooh, nice abduction of the Void Rays, and this is the army of Behemoth saying goodbye.
Apophis is having a lot of success here. Behemoth really struggling to deal with this the way he wants to. He looks like he will be able to get a Viper, but no, the Viper doesn't get away here. Still a very heavy supply lead. He needs to land really good storms, but I don't know if he actually has any left.
No, because he feedbacked Vipers that had no energy, so he didn't have any storm energy. That's what I'm sitting there just like, ugh.
Wow. Well, that turned around rather quickly.
That's game right there.
Yeah, pretty much. And at this point, Apophis is going to be able to push on forward here. Void Rays are good, but only with a critical mass. 2 popping out at a time is not going to be enough, just especially when they're move commanded over these Hydralisks. Those go down for free. Behemoth down to under 100 supply, while Apophis is maintaining max here. And it looks like our Alloy Esports player is going to look to tie up the series.
Well, that makes me happy.
There's, it's funny too, because Behemoth's got really nice upgrades. Like, that was just, he donated too much of his army. Like, I really think by this ramp, like, if we did a resume from replay, we told him, like, look, control your army, do this. Yeah, I think he could have taken a good fight. But that just went so poorly for him.
Yeah, I think you made a good point. I think the lack of force fields in order to keep just keep Apophis's army in place to actually be able to start it really well.
Even if
really hurt him.
Even if it's not like locking the Hydra Scene for Storm, he could have locked him at the ramp to keep the army away, and he could have run away scot-free. Like, there's so many different ways that could have gone down. But
or
you're right.
Kept that core in the first place and just recalled.